Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is Alan Pangbourne. He is the CEO and director of Chesapeake Gold. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: CKG on the TSX Venture and CHPGF on the OTCQX. And Chesapeake Gold will be presenting at the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, happening September 13th through 16th, 2022. For more information, please go to precioussummit.com. And with that, Alan, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
Good. Good morning, Robert. I hope you're doing well as well.
Oh, we're just getting all geared up for Beaver Creek, that's for sure.
We are too.
Very good. All right. Well, Alan, we did an interview about a little over 12 months ago last year. But before we get into all the updates and everything like that, for anybody that hasn't heard of Chesapeake Gold or hasn't seen any of the interviews we've done in the past, can you start us off with that quick overview of the company?
Yeah, so Chesapeake's principal asset is a very large gold-silver deposit in Mexico. It's got about 20 million ounces of gold and 550 million ounces of silver. So it's in the top 5 of the undeveloped gold-silver projects around the world, certainly in the Americas. We did a deal about 18 months, a bit more now, ago, where we backed in a private company that I was the founder and owner or principal owner of. And we brought a technology that we believe will allow us to oxidize the sulfides in a heap leach environment and then recover the gold and silver with conventional cyanide as if it was an oxide ore. That completely changes the economics of the project. The previous project was this massive mine, massive process plant, $3.5 billion plus capital, which God only knows where it would be today with the inflationary environment. Whereas our process, it uses 90% less power, 90% less water, there's no tailings dam, everything's on site, and it's the expensive number in the PEA we did about this time last year. Actually, I had it out before the Beaver Creek, of about $360 million. So completely different project, completely different plan, but on top of an absolutely massive world-class gold-silver deposit in Durango, Mexico. So it's even in a good location.
Very good. All right. Well, like I said, we spoke about a year ago. We published that interview on July 27, 2021. So let's get that update. What would you say you mentioned a little bit already at the beginning here, but what would you say are some of the company's main highlights and milestones achieved in this in the last 12 months or so?
So this year has really been about metallurgical test work. But if you remember from prior to the PEA, we drilled 5 holes and got a very nice surprise with the grade in the intrusive running around about 20% higher grade in those drill holes than the block model said. So following that and following the PEA, we also drilled another 18 holes to infill and improve the density around the intrusive, but also to see whether this 20% uplift was consistent. Was it just magic that those 5 holes found it, or is it something more pervasive across the intrusive ore body? And I can't remember exactly when we released the results, but we did that program, finished it, got all the results back, and quite nicely, it confirmed this 20%. So this year, it's been about understanding that. Why? Yeah, why is it coming out 20% higher? It's consistent. So the geologists and some independent consultants have been combing through the data and trying to understand why, and then therefore what does that mean? And we hope to get that work finished and get a new resource update or a new PEA, I guess, and overall it is, run those grades through the block model, understand why, make whatever adjustments need to be made, and get out a new resource estimate, hopefully before Beaver Creek. But given there's only 2 weeks to go, hope doesn't necessarily always work out. But, I've been checking in with the team and where they're at. And so we're working to try and get that out before Beaver Creek. The second thing that we've been working on for quite a long time now, and many shareholders ask me about this all the time, is the metallurgical test work. You know, before I can start a PFS, I need to have metallurgical support in the form of test work that is consistent and coherent to support support the data we use in the PFS. I won't say assumptions because they're beyond assumptions with that. And that's still ongoing, and it's moving along. And again, we're hoping to get that out soon, as soon as we can. But you know, I've got to make sure that it is complete, coherent, explainable, and will support any sort of rigorous metallurgical review, because it is so important to the future of the process and the technology and the company. So I want to make sure I've done it right, and I can defend it and explain everything and what it all means, and then move forward with the next stage of testing. So we're working on that as well.
Very good. All right. Well, to wrap us up here, you know, from what you can tell us, what would you say then? And you've again alluded to this as well, but maybe you want to highlight a couple things in particular. But what would you say are some of the company's near-term value catalysts that you really want folks to pay attention to moving forward?
It's really those two things. It's what has the resource changed by, particularly in the area that we're focused on the intrusive and intrusive breccia, which is the guts of the ore body, and it's the focus of the test work. It is the starter project that we had in the PEA, and then you know, so that resource update, and then the metallurgical test work results, they go hand in hand. There's a few other bits and pieces that we're doing. You know, one of the things when you start a pre-feasibility study or a feasibility study or even the PEA, the first thing the engineering company does is says, where's the resource model? Where's the mine plan? Where's this? Where's that? Where's the other? And you need to be able to say, well, here it is, or you're doing that, right? And so, you know, in the background, we've restarted the environmental monitoring so as it's coherent with the older data, so as that's available. We've gone out and made sure that we've got good quality topo over all of the areas of interest, including access, potential access road routes. We're sorting out really where is the power going to come from, rather than going, well, there's a power line over there, we'll connect to that. We're trying to sort out water. You know, have I got water rights? Can I get water rights? How do I transfer them up the hill? Out of which basin? So that the PFS has all of the appropriate information available before I start it. And the reason I do it that way, rather than, you know, you see some companies, they do a PEA and the next day they announce they've started the PFS. In my opinion, that is an inefficient way to do it. Because every study gives you two things. It gives you something to talk to the market about, and it gives you a big, long list of things you need to address. If you address those first, when you go and do the next study, it goes a lot faster because you've already got the answers to all those questions that you know the engineering company is going to ask. Or if you don't, you should know the engineering company is going to ask you, rather than paying to do it twice.
Very good. All right. Well, Alan, I appreciate all that. So Alan, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on Chesapeake Gold?
Obvious place, we haven't updated it yet, but we will obviously update it before we go to Beaver Creek. But on our website, at chesapeakegold.com, there's other videos and other interviews I've done. I guess the one from last year is still there. So if, you know, they want to check whether what I said a year ago is still the same as what I'm saying today, they're more than welcome to do it. So there's a whole bunch of information on the website. The other obvious one, if you want to meet me and you're going to be at the Beaver Creek show, I'm getting pretty full with meetings, but there's still a few time slots available in different days. Reach out. More than happy to sit down, walk you through the story.
Absolutely. Well, Alan, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I'll see you in Beaver Creek.
See you there. Looking forward to it.
Again, Chesapeake Gold will be presenting at the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, happening September 13th through 16th, 2022. For more information, please visit precioussummit.com.